run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a two-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Rams offense ready. They're backed up to start their initial drive. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 11 carries, 60 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement in how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Lyman can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And the Rams at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off a loss which snapped that impressive 8-game winning streak.
Well, you'll never be able to get a team to admit that a loss is a good thing. It's never in any team's DNA. But sometimes it relieves a little bit of the pressure, and now they can start fresh.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers. This will be caught. It's Waddle. 20. Touchdown, LA. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, and trust me, you do, Next Gen Stats says he hit 22.4 miles an hour. A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 19 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find something.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. And they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
26. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series. They're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be, but still all a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now Jackson looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, Jackson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On second down, Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
On play action, now Rodgers. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Kadarius Toney. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered. He just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Jackson.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Robinson's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they...
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Convert
this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, Rodgers going up top. He's got a man, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, culture. This one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Jackson on first down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Waddle. On the move past the 40. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A give up the middle to Akers.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe.
Touchdown, Rams!
Cam Akers
From 3 yards out.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he gets it down to the 32.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Going right back to Akers.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is
They say
reversed.
the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run here with Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New Orleans offense set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Micah Parsons in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So here are the Rams to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers to about the 35, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. His throw incomplete.
The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
Oh, look at the juke. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now Rodgers.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you started...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
Touchdown, Rams.
Jalen Waddle.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Rams are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back from both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Throwing is Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and they will remain well behind. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He was defended by Gary Peterson. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throws taken in by Waddle.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Again, it'll be Akers.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, This is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 6. Matt Prater set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Saints again ready to go on offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
You're going to forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything was today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. This game, it was well